Awesome. We are now live. Welcome to this amazing day. Um, just for full transparency, I am filming on two different platforms, so I will kind of be shifting my gaze, but um, I'm so excited. I just finished my new moon ritual. The moon was dark officially 11 minutes ago. So it's just the perfect time to really get in and check in with yourself and see what really is that light that's inside of you. So with the dark moon, you get the opportunity to see the light, and how special is that? And then today, it's extra special. It's 8/8. It is August 8th. Happy birthday to a few of my friends who, you know all about this potent Lionsgate energy. Every year, um, on 8/8, the hey Carolyn, Lionsgate portal is active. So the sun is in line with the star Sirius, and honestly, one of my favorite stars. I love Orion's belt. Orion, the constellation, is so magical. Betelgeuse, the red star, and Sirius, the blue star. It's just so brilliant. But Sirius is known as the spiritual sun, and so when it aligns with our sun, it's just creates this potent energy. And the sun is in Leo, so hence the Lion's Gate. Um, but Leo represents self-expression and creativity and energy and abundance. So multiply that with the new moon energy, which is basically a clean slate, a start of something, basically a start of a new cycle. Um, like today is the day. Like if we want to go ahead and manifest what we really want, now's the time. Every day, of course, like today is the day always, but like today is like for all of you entrepreneurs. I know some of you ladies watching are like, "Oh yeah, website." This is the month for that. So for anyone that is super mom, hi, I see that you're on. So for people like my mom that are like, "What are you talking about? The moon?" And I understand intentions, but with the moon cycle, and so whether or not you want to admit it, the moon has an effect on us. We know the moon controls tides. We know that it has a pull on water. We're 60% water, so of course we're going to feel that pull, right? It only makes sense. And then the different moon phases have different energies. So the dark moon, new moon, very different energy than the full moon. Makes sense, right? And what I really love about using the lunar cycle to set intentions is it's such a manageable chunk. So we really get to what's like 29 and a half days is a lunar cycle. And so instead of, going into, New Year's resolution, you have all this energy, and then, January 15th, you're like, yeah, I ate a candy bar, and then January 22nd, you were like, yeah, I didn't really exercise, and then like the whole year's a wash because you think that, oh yeah, I set my goals on this, but with the lunar cycle, we get to check in with ourselves each month, and to break it down into even smaller pieces, each phase of the moon we get to use as an offering, and we get to take that energy and really see where we go from there. So with the dark moon, the new moon, we get to set intentions because this is basically like a cosmic reset, a clear slate, right? This is new possibilities, new energy. What are you going to call in? And so, yeah, I'm just going to check comments. I've got a warning that my frame rate is too low on Facebook. So let's see if we can. I'm not going to worry about that. Facebook, can you see me okay, or am I choppy? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk intentions. Basically, so I was talking goals, now I'm talking intentions. So let's talk about the differences of those two. Goals, very clear, concrete, this is what I'm doing, and it's a future thing, right? This is what I want to do, and it's in the future. Intentions is more about, thank you, Amory. Intentions is more about the process, really getting into the moment, into the present moment, and what that looks like. So, for example, your goal could be promotion at work, right? So I'm going to get a promotion at work. That's my goal. But your intention is, I am going to, how do I want to put this? I am going to, my passion for my job is going to show through, and I will be rewarded for the energy and time I am putting in to my work, right? And so, which is, so intentions are basically like you're drawing a map for yourself to reach your goal. So, and it's also, it just really allows us to open up and be present in the journey, because really, oftentimes that's where the magic happens, right? In the process. Hey, Linda. So when we are in the journey, in the process of becoming our higher selves, that's really where we can look at what we're doing and see where it is that we want to shift. And so, like where is it that we want to, what dreams do we want to follow? Where is it that we're trying to aim our arrow, right? Because if we just say like, oh yeah, I'll just shoot for anything, we're not moving in a path that's a direction. So if we're trying to get from point A to point B, and we're taking 2 steps to the left and 2 steps backwards and 3 steps to the right, and it's going to take us a long time to get there. But with our intentions, we really get to bring ourselves into alignment with what we really, truly want. Yes, Carolyn. Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. Intentions. Carolyn brought up a great point. I'm looking for this or something better. So our goal may be, I want a promotion at this job. But the intention of, the passion for my work is going to show through, and I will be rewarded for my efforts and my work. Maybe we're not getting a promotion at this job. Maybe we're going to be offered a better job at a better company. Yeah, right, Jenny Rat? Perfect timing. Cosmic reset. It is. And I'm sure that we've all experienced, not just this year or this past, whatever, but there is a shift. There is something major happening right now, that there is this push-pull, and the shift is ready to come in. The change is happening. And so we get to decide which side we're on. And I choose love. I choose love. I did. I specifically went through my closet and I was like, what do I really want to embody today? What do I want more of? And I had this amazing shirt with a compass and the sun and the moon and love. And I was like, perfect. But yeah, so I really want to, talk about, like, your intention is planting a seed for your future. So what is that? What do you want to plant? What seed do you want to plant for your future? And what can you call in today that will put you more in alignment with where you want to be? So, if your goal is to become this world-renowned life coach and inspirational speaker, maybe your intention is lead by example. Be grateful for all the goodness that surrounds you, the abundance you already have. And it's so important. If your goal is to be a master chef or baker or sewer or equestrian or swimmer or whatever that is, fill in the blank. I want to be a master blank, whatever that is. Then maybe your intention could be creating a daily practice around that, in that vein, right? So we really can start manifesting what we want by really aligning our mind, body, spirit, emotions, because so often we get caught up in the past, meaning something, and this just happened last night, our imaginations run away with a lot of times the negative. So go back to when you were younger. Our imagination, our paintbrush of possibility was, oh, I'm going to fly to the moon and I'm going to do this and my dog's going to talk to me and, just like we're so excited about all these possibilities. And then we get older and then we get into this weird mix of, oh my gosh, this could happen and this bad thing could happen and this bad thing could happen, and so our imagination runs wild with the infinite number of possibilities that could happen in the future. Our mind likes to go to the worst case scenario. Okay, but my invitation to you is, when you are talking about what you really want, when you are getting clear about what you really want, take note if you have a little voice or thought pattern that says, yeah, but if I really want a new job, then, what is that little voice? And I want you to ask yourself, okay, if I fail, would I rather fail at trying to be happy and pursuing my passion? Or would I rather fail having given up on that and been complacent in what I'm doing? If I succeed, do I want to succeed at my passion and what I really love? Or do I want to succeed in being complacent? Like when you really shift your mindset and go, oh yeah, right? Like we all have seen that just because you have a good job doesn't mean you're always going to have that good job. Not to any fault of your own. Just sometimes things happen, right? So I'm getting a little sidetracked. I'm very excited, if you can't tell. Like this is so important, and I love my life, and I love the freedom that I have created for myself, and I want that for you too. And I know that you want that for you too, but you have to believe it. You have to really, really want it. And so that's why with the new moon, it's really great for intentions, because it's this dark space, and you can really go into your heart center and say, what is it that I really want? And I really want you to stay in the positive. So when you say, I am loved, that is super positive. I hope to feel loved. It's getting a little dicey. I don't want to be ignored. No. So make sure, if you have your journal or your sketchbook, you can just jot these down, as far as like what's connecting with you, what are you thinking, and throw out those possibilities, all of those dreams, all of those desires, whatever. If it makes you happy, great, keep going on that. And I want you to find something that's really happy. Like I don't want just like, oh yeah, I want a new car because Karen got a new car and that's really important to make sure that no. Like what's important to you? What do you really want? And when you say, I want a new car, what is it that you're actually asking for? What is it that you're actually wanting? Do you want a new car, or do you want a reliable way to get from point A to point B? Or do you want a safe option to take your kids to school? Like, what is that about the new car that's really calling you to say, this is what I want? So just make sure that we're, because the universe can't really tell, when you say like, I don't want this, it doesn't really hear the don't want, it just hears this, and that being said, we have this tendency to say, oh, I really want a job that I'm thrilled with and that I'm passionate about and that I'm excited to go to work every day. But I currently work as, XYZ, and so that's not really going to happen. So we're saying we want it, but then in the same sense, we're saying we don't want it because we're saying it's not possible. So perfect exercise. From where you're sitting, can you shake your head? Can you? Yeah? Cool. From where you're sitting, can you fly? Did anybody say yes? Did anybody say no? So if you said no, why did you say no? Past experiences, right? So you said you can't fly because in the past, you've never flown out of your chair. You've shaken your head. You know you can do that. But you've never flown. And so what you're doing is you're allowing your mind to tell you that the only thing that is possible is what has happened thus far. So how is it that you're going to get something that you've never had before if you've not done something you've never done before? Right? Like, and when you hear it, you're like, oh, it makes so much sense. And that's fine. If you still are having this little, like, it makes so much sense, but it's okay. Just like, you can just let that keep on going. It's totally fine to have those thoughts. But yeah, so let's grab our journals or notebooks or even just a piece of paper to write things down. Yeah, let's just start creating space. So I have, like I said, I already have my candle lit. This is my Beauty of Transformation candle, the wonderful butterfly. I used my star lighter to light this candle with the intention that all the possibilities are available to me. Because we're in this amazing Stargate portal. I am possible. Everything is possible for me. I've got my crystals, I've got some rose quartz, I've got amethyst, I've got some rainbow fluorite, I've got some howlite, and all of these crystals have different energies, but really I am creating a ritual. My Super Chill Book Club with Move True, we are reading the, oh gosh, now I've forgotten the title, The King, the Warrior, the Lover, and the Magician. And it talks about the archetypes, and it talks about rituals and why they're so important. And Scientific American has even talked about how performing rituals with intention of producing a certain result actually does have an impact. Even with people that say they don't believe that it makes a difference, you will see the shift. They've done studies where they see the shift. So if you're not comfortable calling it a ritual, then you can say routine or whatever that is. But creating that space for the infinite possibilities is really important. Allow yourself the time, which you're doing right now. Obviously, you're watching, whether it's live or the replay, to create space for all that is possible and to really get clear on what your heart is saying. And so, maybe if you're not a candle person, maybe it's a diffuser. Maybe you want to put on some soft music. On Facebook, I put a link to some Tibetan singing bowls, but if you just YouTube Tibetan singing bowls, I'm sure you can find some. It just helps for me kind of focus in and tune into where I'm at, and then any kind of outside distractions or noises aren't as disruptive. If you are in a household with other people, perhaps ask them for just some quiet time, maybe 15 or 20 minutes, because I think it is really important to take that time to commit to this process, because if you can't commit to the 10 to 15 minutes of setting the intentions, then how are you going to, how is it that you're going to take time to manifest them and really get everything in alignment with your energy all going in one direction, right? So, so just get curious, get excited, and take this as an opportunity to really connect. And then really by taking that time to find the answers to those deeper questions. Again, I've posted some questions on Facebook, but you can also, like, what is your big dream? What do you want more of in life? How do you want to feel when you wake up? Those are some questions that you really want to start asking yourself and really listening to the answer and why you want that answer, you know? Like if you want to feel at peace when you wake up, what maybe take a peek at what maybe is not peaceful. Um, but by taking time to focus on the answers to those questions, um, you're really able to plant that seed of what you really want to manifest in your life on a more soulful level. And then that seed just, the more energy and the more focus and the more you put towards that seed, the bigger that it grows and the more you see it manifesting in the outside world, which is really, really fun. So I invite you to think of one, two, or three things you want to, intentions that you want to focus on this moon cycle. If you're anything like me, it's 7:22. Sorry, that's an inside joke. If you're anything like me, you want to do all the things. All the things. But then I tend to get overwhelmed, and then I'm going in circles, and I tend not to get anything done. So for me, it's really 1 to 3 intentions. I usually pick 2. I make a list of like 10, and then I'm like, okay, maybe these are the important ones for this month. I want to take action steps towards these. And this is dream big. Because today, the energy is like crazy, abundant, supercharged, turbo force, crazy energy portal of creativity and infinite possibilities and opportunities. So if there's ever a new moon to dream big, this is the one. I mean everyone, but this one specifically is amazing. So let's just harness that energy and roll with it, shall we? And clarity, so important, so very, very important. Clarity. We cannot just say, I want a place to live. I want a safe home with the comforts of first world comforts, even, with in a safe neighborhood that I can fill with love and possibility, that has room for growth of my family, or what is, be very, very specific, because jail is a place to live, so like, let's be very clear, because when you start working with the universe, it's going to start happening very, very quickly. And if you're not careful and you start wishing for things willy-nilly, you're going to start getting them and realize that was not maybe what you wanted. So clarity is key. And it's fine if you're not there yet, or you're not there by the, that's totally fine. This is just an invitation, an opportunity to let you know this is happening. I want to bring this into your awareness. Let's do this. And we can just keep moving as a collective towards love and peace and joy. So, so if we want to take some time to relax, we've got maybe our candle or our diffuser going, maybe some music. Okay, and I want you to start focusing on your breath. So you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to breathe deeply. So often, so many of us forget to breathe. If you're anything like me, it's shallow breaths. It's going a million miles an hour, as you can tell, but it's really important to get that breath all the way into your diaphragm. If you want to place a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly, and you take that deep inhale, you'll feel your chest rising, your belly sticking out, and then that exhale, you'll feel your belly going back into your spine, your chest will fall. If you have any thoughts that are from the past or stresses for future, you can just set that aside for right now. If you want to pick them up later after we're done, that's fine. But right now, we are here for you in this moment, for the infinite possibilities that are available to you. If there are outside distractions, that's perfectly okay. The point of meditation is not to be completely blank, but to be aware of the now. And I want you to open your heart. If you can say out loud, I'm looking for a phrase that makes you feel calm, but also empowered. So maybe it's, I open my heart to all the possibilities that are available to me. I attract positive things into my life. I want to connect with my highest good so that I may share that with the world. It doesn't have to be that exact phrase. It can be any phrase, really. But allow yourself the openness to receive. To receive what it is you're truly after, what it is you truly want, how you want to feel, what's available to you. So many possibilities. More than you could even imagine. Greater than you can even dream. And just be open to receiving that. As your heart opens, maybe there's a glowing light. In which with each breath it gets bigger. And with each exhale you can start expanding into your room, into your house. Maybe you're outside to that tree that's next to you. Now I want you to use your imagination, but I want to picture what it is that you want to attract. What is it that you are shooting for? What is the aim that you are taking? And I want you to use all your senses. When you have reached your intention of, I don't know, what's your dream? When you reach that dream, what does it smell like? Is it fresh grass? Is it the forest? Is it good food? What sounds do you hear? How do you feel? What do you feel? What are you wearing? Are you sitting? Are you standing? What facial expression do you have when your dream has come true? Keep visualizing all the possibilities. And if you start receiving a bigger dream, run with that. If you start realizing that you're actually wanting to aim in a different direction, aim there. I want you to find something that makes you feel genuinely happy. Happy, happy, happy. Not just sort of happy. Happy, happy, happy. And then I want you to start feeling gratitude. I want you, out loud if possible, to say what it is that you are grateful for. I am grateful for this time with you. I'm grateful for my intuition and knowing how to listen to it. I am grateful for all the love that is in my life right now, and even more love that I will see in the future. And I want to remind you that this gratitude exercise is not exclusive to setting intentions. This is an exercise that you can do anytime to bring yourself back into focus, to realign yourself. Anytime you need that boost, remind yourself what you are grateful for. Now, if you have intentions, if you've written anything down or you've thought about what your intention might be, I want you to focus on that, how that feels. Once you've manifested it, what does that feel like? And then I want you to let go of the attachment to that. Oftentimes I find that with goals, we're so tied to them. And if we don't reach them, we feel like failures. That is not the way we are. Intentions, we get to release and then get curious. And just, how is this going to happen? Because it's not up to you to decide what is or is not possible. I mean, in the sense, if you say it's not possible, then, maybe that's what happens. But if you want it to be possible, then it is. So if you can, out loud, it's a wonderful practice to end it, that you are freeing yourself from clinging to your intentions and your wishes, and you're grateful for what you have, and you're excited for what's to come. Okay, Gail. Yes, we have Gail, and she says that everything begins with I want. Let's act as if I am loved. I am, Gail, in your specific, I have a flourishing studio that is attracting artists from all over. I am a successful businesswoman. I am leading each class with passion and truth and creativity. So again, focusing back on that, super positive. So I want perhaps mentions scarcity, which is not what we want. It's what we don't, so if we want it, maybe we don't have it. But let's act as if. So when we are doing our intentions, it is not so much, I want to have courage. I do have courage. I am courageous. What was a time that you were courageous? Because I know for me, speaking personally, there's a lot of times that I could use a little more courage. But I also know there were times that I had the utmost courage. When I was watching my nephew and he started getting attacked by hornets, do you think I was worried about getting stung? No. I was in there and I was mama bear covering that baby up going, oh no you don't. This is my baby. You don't get to treat him like that. So what is it? Find what you want. So if you want more courage, find that time that you had courage and focus on how that felt. Know that in your heart that you have that. You are sovereign. This is you. Everything is available to you. And today especially, the energy is there. All you have to do is roll with it. It is up to you to make that commitment to yourself, to make that commitment to the world to be the best version of yourself. Imagine what the world would be if we were all doing what we loved, what we were passionate about, what we were good at. how much more love, happiness, joy, and peace would there be? If you are living your highest purpose, your most authentic self, what would the world look like? You cannot tell me that you are better off hiding behind a fake version of you. Who are you? Who do you want to be? Who are you meant to be? Who are you destined to be? And what does that look like? What are those intentions that you're setting? Yes, Eva, absolutely. Your intentions are, the intention draws the map to help you reach your goal, to help you reach your dreams. You are creating steps. Yes, each step, small as they may be. I don't know if you've ever seen that cartoon. I should have had it come up so I could screen share. The ladder talks about the importance of small steps. When you have a ladder and those rungs are 18 feet apart, how easy is it going to be to climb that ladder? Not super easy, right? I mean, when we can fly out of our chair, for sure. But when we are talking about small steps, are still steps. They are still in the right direction, and that's fine. And you know what? Even if we take a step to the left or the right or to the back, it is not failure. It is a learning experience. And anyone who is committed to that will know I never fail. I am only learning. I am only preparing myself better for the next time around. We don't hear about the baseball player that had the most strikeouts. We hear about the baseball player that had the most home runs. We don't hear about the inventor that had the most failed inventions. We hear about the inventions that changed the world. So don't worry about the failures, because they're not failures. They're learning experiences. So we really want to act as if. Act as if. What does that look like? If I am an absolute lucrative artist that is showcasing art all around the world, what does that look like when I wake up in the morning? And I do invite you, right when you get those intentions and you really get them super clear, and it may take a few drafts, and that's perfectly fine. What is it? Write those intentions down, and every single morning when you wake up, if you have a gratitude ritual, or if you have morning pages, that's fine. But before you get out of bed and start going about your day, I want you to read those intentions so that you can re-aim your arrow and you can realign yourself with what you're trying to go for. Every single time that we program our mind back into alignment, we are training it to get back into that space quicker and quicker and quicker. Because if we wake up and we start on our phone and we look at the news and we look at this email and we do this and we do that and we go about our day and we keep doing the same thing, seeing the same people, our life is going to be the same. We're programming our mind to be frustrated and angry and scared. No. Let's wake up with the intentions that we are trying to manifest. Like, what are you trying to manifest? What are those intentions? Where are they aiming? And let's do that. If we can just, I'm going to commit myself. I wrote it down. More peace, more joy, more love. So if I wake up every morning and instead of checking my phone or Facebook or whatever, I say to myself, I am going to meet this day with peace, love, and joy. What do you think my day is going to look like? Maybe a little better, right? Maybe a little better. So, and I want you to really, when you say that, or if your intention, Gail, let's say your intention is, I have a flourishing art studio. How are you carrying yourself? Pretty proud, right? You're standing up tall, you're happy, you're excited to wake up, you're excited for what the day holds. You want to know what new artist you're going to meet today that's going to come into the studio. That is what you need to embrace. If you are, this, I don't even know, some businesswoman that's, such and such, but right now you're unemployed, that doesn't mean that you're hanging around in your sweatpants. If you feel like you want to be a suit and tie wearing business person, then wear the suit and tie, even if it's at home doing job searches. Own that energy. Feel that power. Know that it is for you. Those possibilities are all available to you. That being said, if you want, like if you're trying to, hey, I'm really wanting a little extra help, just reach out. Because the new moon is, we've got all day to be playing around with this energy, to be thinking about what's available to us, really getting clear on what we want. Because it's not necessarily something, and especially if it's not a practice you're used to doing, it is not something that you can just sit down and 43 minutes later go, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. We can do clarity sessions. I've got a Zoom at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So what is that? In 9-ish hours. That's really a deeper dive into setting intentions and getting really clear on what it is that you want. And then I'll go ahead and post throughout the lunar cycle, just kind of an update. Because I really do. I would love to see, like, what are your intentions? You can share it with me. If you want to share it with your tribe, whoever you're working with, that's great. Basically, it's just allowing yourself to commit and say, yeah, this is what I want to do. And again, be very clear. Clarity is very important. Yes, tonight's class, 5 p.m., Eva. 5 p.m. for the group session. But if you can't make 5 and you want some extra, hey, I have a question about this, or can I get further expanse on that? Just reach out. I'm here. I've dedicated today to just potent energy, just going hard on all that is available and all of the super awesome Leo energy of creativity and abundance and energy and power. And again, all of you ladies that are watching from CCFC, this is the month to get crazy awesome. Talking to you. I'm also talking to you, anybody who's not CCFC. I cannot express to you the energy that's available. And the shift is happening. The change is happening. It's just we get to pick the side of love. Are you coming from love or are you coming from fear? Because so often we make decisions based on fear, but pretend that it's out of safety. You don't need to choose the safe path. You need to choose the path that you love, that is lighting you up inside, that is burning so bright that you feel that light inside of you no matter what. Okay? So, with that being said, friendly reminder, get super clear. Write your intentions down once they're super clear. Have that paper. Maybe put them under your pillow. Maybe not. I'm a definitely arm under my pillow, so I'm not trying to do that. But I'm going to put it on my nightstand. I can tell you that much. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to pick up my phone. I'm going to pick up that intention list and say, yeah. Because just, again, reprogramming your brain when you wake up in the morning, instead of checking Facebook and emails and all the other stuff, if you are checking in on what you want and realigning with the energy that's available to you, where do you think your day's going to go? Way, way better place, right? So, again, thank you so much for joining me. 45 minutes, I'm sure that was longer than I was anticipating. I did kind of get sidetracked by some stuff, but I just wanted everybody to know this is available. This is available to you. Share it. Share it with anybody else. Anybody that'll listen. Now's the time. If you want to do something new and big and brilliant and brave, now's the time. Capture that. Capture that. Share that. Ripple that. This is amazing. This is the time. Yes, yes, yes. Please, please do not sell yourself short. Feel into what you want. Where is your power? How can you be a bright light in this world? That's what I want. I want to be a light. I am no longer going to be behind the scenes. I loved being behind the scenes. I loved playing little puppet master, getting things done in the shadows. No. Today I am stepping into the spotlight. Today I am saying, hello, this is who I am. And I am being my authentic, true self. And that is energetic. And that is passionate. And that is loving. And that is creative. And I want for you what I feel. Empowered. In love with myself. With the opportunities that are available. Creating the future that I want. You are the creator. Are you just in the path of I am a creation and this is the way it goes? Or are you willing to step into your role as a creator of your future? Okay? So, with that, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, if you want more help or you want more guidance, reach out. I by no means am an expert in any of this, but I am definitely a practitioner. I have studied this. I am practicing this. I know that it makes a difference for me. I know that every time I have done intentions with the moon and I have set aside time and committed to the practice, this process works. And now, especially with Lionsgate, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. It's only right. It's only right. So anyway, love to you all. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching the replay, just as important, come back around. And I will see you when I see you. I'm awesome. You're awesome. Let's be awesome together.